I'm scared that I'm worried that there's just going to be a new super race that we can't compete with unless we put this in our brain.
I'm telling you, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You are going to fall behind if you do not have that chip in your brain. It's going to happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mental Lemonade Show. First and foremost, I want to say thanks to all of our new subscribers. You got a bunch of you. Thanks for checking out the show.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't go back down now that we're active again.
You know what? We lost a sub the other day, and I was like, dang it. And then we got another one back, and I was like, sweet.
We will find you. No, just kidding. We'll dox you.
Whoa.
Just kidding.
Today we're talking about something kind of crazy. So I want to talk about if you think the Neuralink by Elon Musk and Tesla is a good idea. If you think you'll get one is basically what I want to know. And then also, well, what the hell is it? Because it just kind of dropped on us and nobody really knows what it is or what it can do. So first and foremost, do you have any thoughts on if you, like right now at this point, would you get one?
Are you asking me? I guess
yeah. You and producer Crystal.
See, now there's two people in the room outside of the screen, but no, absolutely not. I would never get one.
That's kind of the way I felt, but it's warming up on me.
Yeah. I mean, you're putting a computer into they have to carve out a piece of skull about the size of a nickel.
Yeah.
One, is your body going to reject it? There's going to be infections. I mean, it's a robot that does the surgery.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that.
Yeah. And do you really want a computer attached to your brain? I don't know if it's possible, but can it be hacked? Can your brain be hacked?
Definitely. I think so.
Then can you do something against your will?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Hit me with that one more time, because that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Producer Crystal, you going in? You getting the Neuralink? She's shaking her head no. Mm-hmm. Can you show us the photo of what it looks like there? So that's the size of it, and that gets put into your skull. So let's kind of take a look. I got this clip I want to show you. This is Elon Musk, and he says some of the things that it could possibly fix here in the future. So I'm going to pause it here so you guys can see it. So memory loss, hearing loss, blindness, paralysis, depression, insomnia, extreme pain, seizures, anxiety, addiction, stroke, and brain damage. That's a huge list, and I think these are things that not everybody has, but a lot of people have these issues. Obviously, not everybody has blindness, but a lot of people.
It sounds all peaches and cream.
It sounds a little bit snake oil. Like,
yeah.
It can fix anything.
Elon Musk himself on Joe Rogan was talking about how AI needs to be regulated, and it terrified him.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he also said right after that there's really nothing you can do about it, so maybe just join in.
So that's okay. This is the reason why I would say yes to getting the Neuralink, because the people that are going to have it are going to have advantages over those that don't. It basically, yes, absolutely.
And that's kind of scary too, also.
It is scary.
Because you're going to have a master race.
Yeah. I mean, the way I think of it is...
you die, or you get this, or you die from the master race that is smarter than you.
I mean...
That's a scary world.
Look at it this way. Say it's the early 1900s. We're all rocking horses. This is dope, working on our farms. And then along comes the automobile. Okay. If you're a farmer and you don't get the automobile, your business is getting left behind. And this is where I think we're coming at with this, where it's going to have so many people that have it. If you don't have one, you're going to be left behind as a human.
Sounds very Revelations 13.
Which now...
Buy or sell. You have to buy or sell.
What is Revelation 13? Because you're that guy and I'm not that guy. So
Revelations 13 is taking the mark, denouncing your faith and having your new leader, the beast, or you can't buy or sell, and it'll be shortly before you die.
So do you think? Yeah. Do you think people will not get the Neuralink because of religious reasons?
100%. It's going to be a huge battle if this is coming out there.
Even if it can cure blind, because listen, if I'm blind, I might go in, man. I might take that chance.
It's a lot of people don't trust the like the scientific community just because it says there's going to be a lot of people that aren't a part of the group, that aren't selling it, that are going to look into all these other topics of discussion, like, well, what about this side effect? What about this side effect? What about this side effect? And then they're going to get smeared because, I mean, they're not profiting off of the sell of this. And so you're only going to get the good science from the people that are marketing this, Musk and whatnot. I like Musk. I like Elon Musk.
He
was honest with us. He said he's terrified of this, but he thinks it's inevitable. So I guess join it if you can't fight it.
Yeah, that makes me feel confident. Exactly, dude. Hey, let's take a look at kind of where the tech has been and where it's going. So here's a photo of what a Neuralink may have looked like last summer, and then here it is today inside of somebody's skull. So here's...
No!
Dude, how else are you going to get it connected to your brain, man? You got to go in. And kind of here's what he says about getting the link. It's going to take less than an hour. You can leave the hospital the same day, and it can be done without general anesthesia.
Cool, man.
Listen, man.
Do you, man. Do you.
If I'm going in and you're putting a chip in my brain, give me the anesthesia. Come on, man. So he said...
God.
He said that the cost of something like this is going to be around a couple $1,000s. So the cost itself is pretty cheap, but that's not the surgery. And
just get an Apple Watch, man. Just get an Apple Watch. You can take that off. Yeah. You can put that on your counter at night.
So you can have these things removed.
But
so like if it for whatever reason,
can you get your skull put back there?
No.
So you're gonna be just without your little piece of skull forever? That's great.
It's gonna be like the people who get the hoop earring, not the hoop earrings, but the plugs. It's like once it's there forever.
Yeah, they're gonna put an actual nickel in the place of it when they come back. Like how people doctors will put nails in instead of bones and stuff.
Here's what kind of worried me. They were kind of showing these pigs that had the implants. So they showed this one right here, which I think this is the one that didn't have the implant. And they're like, yeah, it's just a normal healthy pig. And then they went to this was a live demo, and then they went to bring out the second pig, the one that had the Neuralink, and it wouldn't come out, dude. See, that second cage is empty. Right? And he's like, come on out. And here's what worried me, dude. It's like, why is the one that had the implant not acting normal like the other ones are? So this one on the right, it had an implant and it was removed. So this one no longer has the implant, and the one on the left never had one. It's just the one in the middle that's not coming out.
I think ultimately what this leads to is complete slavery, loss of free will.
Yeah.
That's the extreme. So that's the extreme.
Like someone else controls you is what you're thinking.
They'll sell you on the amnesia thing, or not the amnesia. They'll sell, all the stuff like sleep deprivation, or all the
paralysis.
Yeah, but then they're like, this will help it. Like you'll be smarter. You can like look stuff up, and, like stream Netflix through your eyes and shit.
I watch so much Netflix. When I close my eyes, I already do that. If when I fall asleep tonight, I'm going to be watching Cobra Kai. I guarantee it.
Yeah, this will replace your 14K TV. Your eyelids will just be, whatever. But then, there is that chance that people like NSA, private contractors, or stuff like that, could want a lot of people to vote a certain way or act a certain way.
Right.
And I don't know if it's possible, but it feels like it sets up.
So you're thinking
it sets up a link that they maybe haven't figured out how to do it yet, but it sets up like a way to. There's a computer there. I know how to hack into computers all the time. Just like they can take over administrator in your computer if they want, and kind of like take your mouse away from you and click on other stuff.
These are all hooked up to your phone, by the way. So you have to have your phone with you for.
We all know how like our phones already
Producer
a live
head, no.
a live mic and a live video all the time, even when it's turned off. So you can get if you ever want to run for politics or something like that.
Yeah.
Just having a phone. We already all have a phone. We can't live without a phone. But you can already
I think that's what this is going to be like.
They can any sort of dirt you ever want to say something horrible in private. They risk being sued, but if they can find a way to not get sued, they can find a recording from your phone, and there's ways to do it, and it's just maybe it's unrealistic, but
so this is
going from no ability for that to maybe a slight chance is not something I'm willing to take.
But, okay, so what if, and this is a huge what if it works out? And what if everybody who has one is better off? Because he did mention at the end of it that he talks about the common people coming together. So I do think that somewhere, probably hidden in all the profits of all this, there's...
Personally, I think that'll turn into a soulless world.
Yeah, I mean, and there's something to say, like if your brain is being altered by
if everybody's just
computer,
robots and stuff like that, do we lose love? Do we lose sadness? Do we lose all the the things that can't be explained by science as far as like what the human person feels and
right?
Yeah. So do we just become like the robotic humans that if there never was as if you're by the biblical thing, if there never was a fall, then everybody would be robots? Is that what we're going to? Just robots where we have no personality and we just no car crashes?
I think we are. I mean, at some point, like if this can remove things like depression, there's a lot of people who don't want to be depressed.
So no car crashes, no murder, no anything like that. But then we're all the same person with no personality.
Do you think that would be worse or better? Do you listen though? If that world existed, is that better or worse than what we have now?
I believe, as far as on a theology standpoint, growing up, being warned about this type of thing, I believe absolutely it'll be a utopia that has no real that is going to be basically hell, because it's a utopia, but there is no personality or color, and it's just a robotic world.
It's all vanilla, baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotcha. Hey, here's where he kind of talks about. I think I've got audio.
The efficacy of the device. Right now, is the device limited to surface layers of the brain only, or can we go deeper? And if not now, what's holding us back from going deeper into the brain?
We are planning on modifying the device and the robot to be able to sew into arbitrary depths of the brain. Right now, we're limiting ourselves only to the cortical surface because that simplifies.
That's the best soundbite ever, by the way.
A lot deeper.
And what?
All right, so that's a good question. How far deep into the brain are they going? Because it sounds like it's just the surface to start with.
Yeah, humans, you gain an inch and you want a yard. You are always gonna go deeper. Pretty soon they're just gonna have, here's your smart brain. Brain transplant.
The way I see it, the moment you agree to having something implanted in through your skull, it doesn't matter how deep it is at that point.
Yeah, it's gonna they're gonna
Like
be more and more implants to where. And it's going to be like plastic surgery, too, where people go so crazy with plastic surgery that they're unrecognizable as a human being. Transhumanism is what they call this, where you mix man and machine, and pretty soon people are going to go so crazy with these modifications of their body, and now into AI, that they're going to completely lose their soul, and they're just going to be...
That's pretty dark, man.
Yeah.
Listen, though, here's the thing. Here's how I see this playing out. I think this is going to first cater to those people that have maybe like spinal injuries or some sort of issue where they can't move the way as other people, and this is going to be a huge benefit to them. I think it's going to allow them to feel like more of a, I hate to say it this way, but more of like a normal person where they can do the same things as other people can. And then I think after that, there's probably going to be some revisions. There's going to be new models. I think we're going to start seeing probably some rich people have them. And then I think people are going to start getting them. I'm definitely not getting version 1.0. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna wait till the second version comes out.
I know that this would definitely be a boring conversation. We were both like, "Hell no," or it's like more interesting that you're like,
I'm entertaining it.
Entertaining the idea. It puts me at a loss for words, but here we are. We're in a pandemic.
Yeah. Is it the best or the worst time for this tech to be happening?
Oh man, everything's the best and the worst. Everything's a double-edged sword. Like the internet is the best and worst thing that ever happened to humanity. I think.
I agree. Absolutely agree.
There's more knowledge around the world, but it's too much knowledge around the world to where there's more war.
I don't think knowledge is the problem, though. I think it's hate, and I think people will use the internet to spread hate.
Well, yeah, exactly. But more propaganda on all sides.
Definitely.
Like more. People like Photoshops, but you can't tell they're real and not, deep fakes and stuff like that.
Dude, I love deep fakes.
It gives you a voice, which is great. That's been great. So it gives the little man a voice, but then it has no privacy whatsoever, and everybody has to be careful in the surveillance world,
Listen,
everybody puts their information online and stuff like that.
If the Neuralink can detect deep fakes for me, I'm in. I'm day one. I'm getting it put in.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a question somebody asked about gaming, because, of course, that came up with brain chips.
It's from Yosef, but will this technology ever be used for gaming?
So that's what
probably.
This community, they're going to be like, that's when it goes too far. If somebody can cheat in games.
Yeah, that's it. Pull the plug.
Yeah.
We're done.
Like
no more brain chips. Someone's playing video games.
In real world, if only the people that get it will be smart enough that, they'll be so much smarter than the person not getting it that you have to take the candidate with the chip, And so it's homeless versus the working. That's okay. But then if with this community, they'll be like, hold on, I got the record high score in Fallout. Is that at risk?
Fallout doesn't really have a record high score.
I don't play any of the games. But they're like, is this going to affect gaming?
I do like what they say.
Oh no! Outrage!
Listen to what the guy to the left of Elon has to say here.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
I think that a good benchmark of does it work well in humans is, can a quadriplegic, does it work well enough for them to play StarCraft? I think that's a good functional target.
Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Okay, let's do it.
There's like a really smart doctor here, and this guy's like, dude, can quadriplegics play StarCraft?
Yeah.
And I think that's listen. There's a guy, I forget his name, Ben Heckler. I think that's probably not right.
I don't know.
He makes specialized controllers for people that have disabilities so that they can play games like on the Xbox and PlayStation. And I think this is the next step of that. And yeah, I think that's a great way to gauge it. It's kind of weird that you think of video games when you think about brain chips, but that is a benchmark to consider. As strange as it is, I think it's worth considering.
The world is so weird now.
And I got one last clip from the show here.
It comes directly in. So your hearing, your auditory percepts, your visual processing, a lot of that happens in the cortex.
I mean, you could solve blindness. You could solve paralysis. You can solve hearing. You can solve a lot just by interfacing with the cortex. And to be clear, we actually do insert, I guess, about 3 or 4 millimeters.
So I just wanted to show that.
You're saying you can, not you will, but
yeah, but so part of me is torn because when he did,
I want to hear the people I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to hear the people that I'm looking forward to the folks that are not selling this product come out with their scientific studies on this and like the risks against it, because then you can do your own thing and you take this, but people selling it, not like they're not lying about everything. They're not going to promote all the side effects,
Right.
but then you get to hear the side effects, and you can make your own decision whether you want to do that. I'm scared that I'm worried that there's just going to be a new super race that we can't compete with unless we put this in our brain.
I'm telling you, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You are going to fall behind if you do not have that chip in your brain. It's going to happen. Listen, even if he can't come through on all those things, he's going to come through on some of them. So other people are going to be at the advantage. And that's the world we live in. I think the people that don't have it are going to get left behind. I do think he's taking the right approach. He has a team, and they all have certain tasks in that team. There's like a tech dude. There's someone there for the animals they're testing on. There's software dudes, and it feels, whether or not it's true, it feels like they all want this to work and they want it to benefit people. And
Don't doubt that.
yeah, I do have to have faith in that. I am I am a little bit sketched out by the dude who was going to make those bulletproof windows, remember, on the truck? And then, and then they threw the rocks at it and they shattered the window twice. That dude's making something in your brain.
I follow Elon Musk enough that he is kind of an open book. He
tells it like it is.
I trust that he believes it's he's scared of it too, like he said. But he's probably weighed it on him, and I trust that he believes that honestly I think he's probably scared of it too, but he thinks that he might as well jump on board the train as we're going anywhere. He might well be the first one to profit. But he does not have, knowing him, he does not have any ill will. Elon Musk, and he, if you do this, it wouldn't be Elon Musk at the computers like, I'm going to control all these people.
It could be.
It could be, but I mean, it's people that have the access to the type of tech that they use to track terrorism and stuff like that. So the super high military people that, I mean, not a lot of people are really good people, but there's going to be people that will have that power to do things like that, and the temptation. And maybe one day they think a guy is bad or a girl is bad, and they think something's going to happen, and they know that they can hack into that brain and stop something from happening or whatever, and then they were wrong. Their judgment was wrong, and then they're just messing with the ecosystem that is nature.
Yeah. Producer Crystal said it best yesterday when she quoted Uncle Ben. She says, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think that's going to come into play here.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a final question. So as of right now,
you could probably use a lot more of that.
Yeah. You're a hard pass on this.
I'm a hard pass. Kill me before you put that in there.
Okay. Next year, I want to talk. I want to see where we're at, because I'm on the fence right now, but I want to see where we're at a year from now. You want to talk about it then?
And this would be a boring podcast if we didn't have counterpoints. And yours is legitimate. You're curious about it, and mine is.
I think you have to be. Yeah.
I'm curious about it because it's going to affect the world, and I'm scared of it. But I'm definitely not. Cause I don't get tattoos. I don't like getting shots.
Why don't you get a tattoo?
Because it's on you forever.
No. Give me the Jersey Shore. You know what I'm talking about. Why don't you have any tattoos?
Don't put bumper stickers on a Ferrari.
All right, that's it. Thanks for checking out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.